Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the OPTV's 1v1 half loadout tournament semifinals game F. This should be a really good game here, folks. Got two really good players going head to head. Who is going to come out on top? Who is going to dominate the battlefield? Who's going to move on to the finals to face Dissonant? And who's going to get knocked down to the third place match and go up against C. Xander? Folks, right now your guess is as good as mine. I can see a lot of you are all split as far as it goes, as well as far as the betting pool goes. This is definitely by far the most split bet that we've had all night long so far. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your other two semifinalists of the match. In the left-hand side, flying around in her Lilith Neo, it is the one, the only, Miss Minx, aka Minxy. Give it up in the chat right now. Show her your love and support. Her opponent for this match, fighting for America with his Liberty Paladin and his red, white, blue sun, chasing down Minxy. Minxy has no place to go. Can she get out of this? She's trying to stay down long enough to activate those auto repair subroutines. She did not get those 3 seconds minimum that she needed. Llama tracks her down, finds her, kills her. First blood going to Llama. He now gets all the time that he needs to get out some extra levelers and start getting a little bit of maybe some foothold on the battlefield. Neither one of these players have even taken over their close outpost. Minxy just now finally getting hers. Cynicalllama just now even trying to do some damage on it. So a little bit behind in that standpoint, and all he has to deploy, ironically, once he gets that down, is patchers. And he's going to sell those patchers off. Trying to sell them off. Okay. Have we found a little exploit here, folks? And are we taking advantage of it? I wonder. I do wonder, is there some sort of exploit right now in the system where potentially Cynicalllama trying to artificially grow his level much faster than it should be? Meanwhile, Minxy trying to play a straightforward game, building those jackals, 16 of them ready to go, 6 more of them in the build queue. Cynicalllama continuing to build and recycle patchers, dinging up to level 6, level 3 XP boost, levelers all over the place. He is going for nothing but levels. I believe that he is trying to take advantage of the fact that if you think about it, folks, if you build something and then you pull it out of the outpost, you get experience for it. If you then instantly turn around and sell it, you get all those credits right back into your account so that way you can continue to build stuff up and do it all over again. As far as that goes, Minx still only at level 3, Llama all the way at level 7, but the problem is, Llama now hitting level 7, he's now trying to get some Goliaths online, he's trying to get the first one, but Minx is just overwhelmed with Jackals right now. 31 Jackals on the battlefield, 6 more ready to be deployed out. Cynicalllama has no answer for this at all. He is a paladin. He will not. He can land in front of the jackals. His shield will absorb a lot of those damage. He could throw out a stasis hammer, but once he throws out that stasis hammer, his shield drops. He'll take the additional damage from those jackals. He has no units online to answer this. As you can see, his loadout was levelers, patchers, seekers, and then Goliaths. Everything about his loadout was to hit that level 7, and then to try to just overwhelm Minx by sending very large, very expensive units very quickly. Unfortunate for him, it just didn't go the way that he planned. Minx decided to go with a complete light unit loadout. She went with Flackers, Moneymakers, Busters, and Jackals. Her Jackals right now, there's virtually, as I said, nothing to answer this. Llama does have the shields. He has those Repair Guardians. Repair Guardians are probably one of the best choice for Paladins because Paladins really don't use any energy at all. Minx sends some units out on T so that way he can take over the close outpost, give her a healing and a redeploy station. The rest of them are coming out on her custom path. Llama has those 2 Goliaths ready to deploy, but you've only got 2 Goliaths. 43 Jackals on the battlefield. Look at how fast those Jackals destroy that Goliath. It is just an armored car, but as they continue to circle this base, they get jammed up on the little well in the battlefield. But now because they're jammed up, they'll just continue to shoot at whatever they can. Since they are on a custom path, they will prioritize units over the fortress. So as Cynicalllama continues to drop down Goliaths or Patches or something, they will prioritize there. Since Minx is not here, she doesn't realize all of her jackals are getting jammed up at this well area. The fact that her path wasn't the best, it got caught up here, and that allowed Cynicalllama easily to mop up that wave of jackals. However, Minx is like, fine, you want to wipe up that one? I've got 32 more to go! Meanwhile, Llama, all the way up now at level 10, he has 3 levels of that XP boost on. He has 3 levelers that still exist right now, but he was at way more than that. But he just doesn't have the money that he needs to build the Goliaths, and he has nothing else but the Goliaths to try to respond to this. If he can somehow find a way to come out on top of this, and that is a great answer right there. Trying to drop down a Seeker, Minx and a Neo extremely fragile to those Seekers. Cynical should have saved that Seeker. There was no reason to sacrifice that Seeker at that precise moment. If he can hold on long enough, he might be able to turn this around. But the problem is Minx realizes that danger. She now has Busters out. Busters shoot for virtually the same amount of damage as a Goliath can. She mass holds these units up. By mass holding them up here, that will cause them to actually target the mech and the units before they target the base. Cynicalllama goes down, one of the Goliaths go down, the second Goliath goes down, the third Goliath goes down, and Cynicalllama just has nothing to respond to this. Minx now pushes those units forward, and this is pretty much just, it's mop-up duty. There's, unfortunately for Llama, there's just nothing that he has right now that he can pull out to respond to this many Busters shooting at the fortress with this many Jackals here, essentially working as anti-mech almost, and base attack, and everything else. Poor Llama just can't catch a break on this right now. It was a great idea for what he had, but Minx's strategy with these particular 4 units just turned out to be too much for the particular approach and strategy that Llama went for. Great game by both these players. Had things gone slightly differently, Llama might have easily been able to come out on top in this round. But in the end, Minx's choice of those light units of the Jackals and then to have the Busters for the extra firepower was just the best plan that she could have went with. It went perfectly for her, securing her the win, moving her into the final. Cynicalllama will take place in the 3rd place match, meeting up against Xander. And then we have that best of 3 finals, Minx versus Dissonant, folks. It's going to be an awesome 3rd place and finals match, so don't go anywhere. Sit tight. You're watching OPTV. I am Steve. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe right here on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Steam, and Facebook.